How's it going, everybody? This is a repost of Amazon Prime Day 2016 Haul Plus One. Today, on the Razman's Reality. So very quickly, what happened is that the gain on the camera last night was too high. The quality just looked awful, so I pulled it on purpose. And then you're probably noticing, wait a minute, Raz, isn't that the C930E and wasn't part of your Prime Day haul rebuying the Logitech HD Pro webcam C920, which you can see in a picture right there, because the C930E wouldn't let you record properly? Yep. But overnight, unbeknownst to me, people were raving about a Windows update to the Windows 10 camera app, saying, yeah, it works better than it ever has before. It'll work flawlessly with all plug-and-play cameras. You're not going to have any issues no matter what your lighting is. So I thought, well, I better try it just in case, because if I don't, it's going to bother me. So I used the same kind of lighting that I use for the C920. I put a cover over the light that covers my left to right so that it's not as blinding and in your face. And then I thought, you know what, the camera has a zoom in feature as well, so let me just zoom in a little bit so that we don't have quite the 90-degree angle, because I bet if we zoom in, the light is even gonna be just barely visible to you. Like, you're not even gonna notice it's there. And so I did all that, tried it out to see if we'd still get 30 frames per second at 1080p, and lo and behold, here we are. So yeah, I'm having a little bit of buyer's remorse, so I'm gonna do this for about 7 to 10 days in a row, make sure that it continues to work as it should, and if it does, I'll be looking for anybody that would be willing to pay me $53 for an only used twice Logitech HD Pro webcam C920. If you use the camera and want a backup because you've been using it a while, maybe your sensors are about to go out too, or whatever, $53 is what I've paid for it. That's what I would accept to resell it, and I'll make a separate video about it and let you know if that's the case as well. So moving on now to the actual episode, for those of you that aren't among the 27 people that saw the original version, the plus one that we have for this episode is just one Blu-ray that I didn't want to give its own episode to by itself. If you follow my vlog channel, you've seen this, but if not, it's Doctor Who 2005 Series 1, starring Christopher Eccleston, Billie Piper, and frequently guest starring John Barrowman and a few others. So glad to have this show now. The quality is amazing. The rant that you'll see on my vlog channel is about what happened to my slipcovers and how stickers ruin slipcovers, but I did want to show that because I always show all of my acquisitions here on the main channel. So there's Doctor Who Series 1. Prime Day pickup number 2, as we've already talked about the mishap with Prime Day pickup number 1, or what could potentially be a mishap anyway, is a film that I've never seen, and I very rarely do blind buys unless it's either something I wanted to see in the cinema and never got a chance to because I know I'll like it because I like everyone in it, or if it's one that is recommended by a friend, or in the very rare case, one that's both. And that was the case for this one. So when you couple that with the fact that this is the one item in the haul that didn't get any tax included with it, and I got it for a flat $9.99. I could not pass up on getting The Intern, starring Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro. I think I'm going to love this movie. I can't wait to give it a first watch review for all of you. So that's The Intern. Next up, for a combined $26, which is just amazing, for 2 seasons of a show that I absolutely love, is one that of course I've been meaning to get into the collection for a long time. Just the price point was never there. So like I said, a combined $26. I could not pass up on owning one of the best shows on TV in my opinion right now. James Spader in The Blacklist Season 1 and The Blacklist Season 2. If you've never seen the show, I cannot recommend it enough. It's about one of the world's most wanted criminals who walks in and surrenders himself to only one agent. He'll only talk to her and about all the fallout from all their lives after that. And the storytelling is so intense. This is like Walking Dead or Game of Thrones, but with spies. That's how good the storytelling is on this show. Cannot recommend it enough. So that's The Blacklist. And the only drawback to using the C930E again is that it's so good. You probably now can see what the last item is face down, so I was not able to really keep it a mystery. Nonetheless, I am so excited to finally own this one because it's something that's been one of my holy grails for a very long time, since the day it came out. It's gone in and out of print as well as up and down in price, and every time it was affordable, I just never had the money to get it. So when I ecstatically saw this among the Prime Day prices for $26 with tax, how could I not finally own? Who watches The Watchmen? That's right, this is the definitive collector's edition set, which contains the ultimate cut, which is the director's cut, if you've already seen that, but it also adds it back in, Tales from the Black Freighter, which if you've read the graphic novel, you know how important that is. So this cut of the film literally features everything. If you're a completist and want the cinematic cut, that is in there as well, although it's only on DVD. But if you have this cut, in my opinion, you'd never be wanting to watch the cinematic release anyway. A motion comic adaptation on Blu-ray of the iconic graphic novel itself. All the special features ever made for the film, and if that wasn't enough, and it should be, but if that wasn't enough, we have the iconic graphic novel itself presented to us in a beautiful hardcover edition. So yeah, I am absolutely ecstatic to own this, and like I said, for only $26. I am just over the moon. And check this out as well. It is a lenticular cover going back and forth between the different sets of characters there. So needless to say, this is getting its own Blu-ray collection showcase episode. I have to film the intro and outro for it, but the main close-up portion of it's already done. So you'll probably see that next, as I had to delay this video. That means that I won't be able to get Blue Stabilizer Sundays restarted this week without it being put up on a day that wasn't a Sunday. So you'll probably see that as the very next video following this one here on this channel. Please keep in mind that there's always cards featuring my last 2 videos in every one of my episodes in case you need to play catch up. If you struggle with cards, I highly recommend just trying to click the eye in the corner. They all should be there. I was using annotations for a while, but I believe that YouTube is slowly getting rid of those because the cards do exist now, and I'm just having problems getting them to work properly on my computer. So I do apologize for that, but please use the card system if you can. If not, everything on this channel has been playlisted to the best of my ability. So if you're looking for something in particular and don't want to just click recent uploads on the main page, you should be able to find it. As the graphic says, if you're new here and you like what you saw here today, please subscribe, come back. I would love to see you again, and interact with me on all of my social media. I love talking to each and every one of you out there who watch my videos. And remember that life is only as awesome as you live it, so live it well.